Before we get into this video, I want to let you know that I am teaching a tarot course this fall. So if you're interested, look at the link in the description below. And of course, if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, everything you need to know is in the description below. Let's get into this video. Virgo, all of your cards are shuffled. Let's see what we got for you for the month of September, and also a happy birthday. Hi. Okay, wait, I want to put this can go here. Great. Okay, let's see what we got here. Monthly forecast. Okay. All right, just taking this in for a second. All right, so Virgo, you're going to have to open yourself up to things going differently than you planned. It's like a change of plans here. Okay. Overall, I think this is a pretty neutral month for you. Not good, not bad. I think you are recovering financially, because let's go ahead and start with where you are. We've got Five of Pentacles. Maybe spent a lot of money on something, or maybe feeling the Five of Pentacles isn't always financial, but oftentimes it is. Feeling like lack of resources, lack of finances, sometimes feeling left out in the cold, feeling neglected. Okay, so that's how you're feeling at the start of September. The theme of the month is Seven of Pentacles, investing time and energy into something that you're hoping and waiting and praying to see results from. The Seven of Pentacles often represents patience. You know, whatever this is, it requires time and patience. You're not going to see results tomorrow, but you're willing to put in the work, right? Key goes to pursue is the Nine of Cups. This would be your happiness. This would be something you've long wanted, a wish fulfillment, okay? The pursuit of happiness, for sure. This usually, though, all of the cups relates to emotional. So this would represent something on an emotional level, emotional, individual as well. 10 of Cups is like dreams come true with like friends and family, and like really related to like things you've always wanted in relationship with other people. The Nine of Cups can be more personal. Like, think of getting your dream car. I think of getting, you know, I don't want to relate it all to material things, but maybe finally like meeting someone in the right relationship, right circumstance, you know, emotional fulfillment, whatever would bring you emotional fulfillment. You name whatever that is what you need to be pursuing this month. Obstacle to overcome is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands can be interpreted a few ways. If we're talking about relationships, this could be about getting carried away, infatuation with one another, things moving really quickly. If we're talking about travel, sometimes Eight of Wands is travel. This would be maybe some obstacles related to traveling or needing to move or travel quickly, especially overseas. And if we're talking just in life in general, the Eight of Wands is quick action. So things might be moving faster than you want because you're trying to take your time with something, okay? Major accomplishment is the Temperance. This is Sagittarius energy here. You're willing to take your time with something, compromise, middle path, balance, moderation. I'm going to read a passage from the Temperance in the book because I like one of the messages in there. It kind of talks about being ready for evolution. or being ready to level up in a way. What to avoid, we've got the Knight of Pentacles here, Earth sign energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Now, this is interesting because this is representative of diligence, hard work, taking your time, wanting something done right, not just fast. Now, this is interesting because your theme of the month is the Seven of Pentacles, which are very, very closely related, okay? So I want to clarify what Spirit's trying to communicate to you in terms of what to avoid. This could be a person, another earth sign. But I think there's also a message here of be careful not to be, this is why I've said, sorry, my dog is drinking her water. This is why I also said, like, be careful of being so hung up on wanting things done your way that you kind of miss possibility. And that's why what to embrace is the Seven of Cups here. Possibility, options, seeing what's possible, manifestation, you know, thinking outside the box is what I actually want to say, which isn't really a message of the Seven of Cups, but throwing it in there. Don't be so rigid, I actually think is the message that's kind of here. Like, don't be so locked in on your routine and your whatever that you aren't open to possibility. All right, she wants a snack. She only comes over here if she wants a snack. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles here for advice and encouragement, or excuse me, where to find support. So there's a lot of earth signs around you. So Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Okay. This could be another woman that maybe is financially independent or successful. If we're talking about this energy for yourself, we're talking about this energy for yourself. I'm sorry, Virgo. Okay, if we're talking about this energy for yourself, this would be about you embracing financial independence, you embracing kind of boss bitch energy. Remember, the Queen of Pentacles, she's able to take care of the house, the home, and the job. Everybody's taken care of, okay? So this would be about taking charge, making sure everything's done. Now, I do recognize that that can feel exhausting, and you don't always want to be in your Queen of Pentacles energy. Sometimes, did I say Queen of Cups? I meant Queen of Pentacles. It has Queen of Coins here, so it's easy to get confused. Now, there are times where we need to go into our Queen of Cups energy, where we need to restore and nurture ourselves. Sometimes that can be the message here when Queen of Pentacles is reversed. She's kind of done taking care of everybody else and needs to take care of herself. That could be the message, but let's keep going. Knight of Wands here in terms of advice and encouragement. This would be like to tap into that ambitious, fiery energy, you know, letting that passion kind of like drive you and pull you forward without being so hung up on the plan, right? All right, let's clarify some things. I want to understand what is it that you're spending time investing into this month with the Seven of Pentacles. Clarify that, please, for Virgo. What is Virgo investing time and energy into this month? September. All right, so, okay, Sash, goodbye. Thank you. Go to your bed. Bed. We've got this Two of Cups here, along with two other cards face down. So Two of Cups is upright. I don't know what these are. I'm showing you first. Five of Pentacles again, and Ace of Wands, it looks like. So a lot of times this can point to new connections and new relationships. Remember, I was talking about that Eight of Wands, infatuation, maybe getting carried away. Maybe you want to slow down, but a spark is like moving really fast, perhaps. But we've got this Five of Pentacles here. Okay, again, there's this energy of neglect. So it could be like maybe the theme of the month, investing energy into something, maybe even deciding if something or someone is worth your time and energy. The Two of Cups is partnerships. This could be professional or romantic, or platonic. But in terms of clarifying this here, for me, this would be whether or not you still want to invest in a connection, most likely a new connection that hasn't really proven to be valuable to you yet. That's how I'm looking at it, okay? Let's look at the Nine of Cups here in terms of key goal to pursue for you this month. Okay, 2 cards flipped over. Those are too many because I don't want to take these. Well, hold on. It's just like 4 cards. So the ones that flipped over, the ones that flipped over, King of Swords, the Sun, Air Sun energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and the Sun is sometimes related to children, but also joy, happiness, and clarity. So there could be an air sign that maybe is giving you a lot of happiness, or somebody who's very smart, somebody who's very intellectual. But then we also have these here. The Six of Swords, which is transition, 10 of Cups. Remember, I was talking about that fulfillment with other people, emotional fulfillment, dreams come true. The Emperor, which is father figure energy, fatherhood, and then is that 8 of Swords? Yeah, 8 of Swords. There seems to be a turning point with either a father figure in your life or the father of your children, you know, and you just need to not think about all the ways it could go wrong. Maybe you don't have children, but maybe you have a significant person in your life. The Emperor is just a masculine energy, right? Someone who's a leader, who takes charge. Oftentimes it is father figure energy. It's almost like you're afraid to be happy. I don't know if it's that you're like, something is too good to be true. It's not that. You're allowed to be happy. For me, it's like fearful of happy. Like, let me be very specific. It feels like fearfulness of getting too comfortable being happy because I think things have felt like a struggle for such a while. Maybe in your relationship, maybe in your finances, right? That's a lot of cards to interpret in terms of like clarifying the Nine of Cups. So let's see what comes out in your love and relationship reading and your career and finances. But let's just kind of like keep that in the back of our head. Let's clarify. I don't think I want to use this deck. I've decided I don't want to use this deck anymore for you. Clarify the 8 of Wands, please, for Virgo. Obstacle to overcome. Knight of Cups. Again, I just feel like there's something that's moving very fast for you. And you're kind of just like, whoa. Now, again, maybe you're traveling with your person this month. I don't know. Something's moving fast. You want to take your time and you're not sure if you can trust it. We definitely need to see what's coming up in your love reading. This also represents the water signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, okay? Major accomplishment, please clarify your, oh, I said I wanted to read something. And also the 4 of Cups came out here. Temperance. 4 of Cups is like apathy, like something being offered to you, but you're not really sure if you want to take it. Waiting for something better sometimes. Okay, Temperance. There's something I wanted to read, and that is Remember, this is major accomplishment for September. The Temperance card shows that you have a clear long-term vision of what you want to achieve. You're not rushing things along. Instead, you are taking your time to ensure that you can do the best job you can. You know you need a moderate, guided approach to reach your goals. There is alchemy within Temperance. This tarot card is about blending, mixing, and combining diverse elements in a way that creates something new and even more valuable than its separate parts. Blending can take on many forms. For example, a blended family, an artist who blends different materials or techniques, a bartender who mixes new and exciting cocktails, or a chef who combines different cuisines and cooking styles. There's a lot here, but I just wanted to kind of read a few things. This card calls on you to remain calm even when life feels stressful or frantic. Maintain an even temperament and manage your emotions. You have learned to keep composed in stressful situations. Little things don't get to you thanks to your seemingly abundant source of patience. Your respect for balance and tranquility is what will help you achieve and experience fulfillment in your life. Really like the message on like not rushing, but like you know what you're working towards, right? Ooh. All right, let's keep going. Clarify. I don't know. See, I really don't know that I need to clarify this, the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups, because I think I kind of unpacked that a little bit of like what to avoid is being rigid to your routine, but what to embrace is being open to different possibilities. I do want to clarify Queen of Cups in case that's you or someone else. Like, do we need to find power within or do we need to lean on someone else in our life? Please clarify Queen of Pentacles for Virgo. We've got the Hierophant, potentially a Taurus in your life that you can trust or look to for guidance. The Hierophant also represents work. Maybe this is somebody, a professional connection. This also represents structures, institutions, a spiritual teacher as well, okay? That is helpful to you at all. Maybe a life coach. And Knight of Wands, which I feel is just tapping into your ambition, tapping into your passion. And this is energy that you're likely to feel towards the end of the month. You're giving yourself all of September to take your time, not rush yourself. You want to just be patient with the flow of your life right now. But by the end of September, you're going to be feeling energized and ready to go, achieve your goals and kind of hit the ground running again. You know, you just want to ease into your life right now with this eclipse season, with this Virgo season. You're not wanting to rush, but I think other people and other demands are making you feel like you have to go at their pace. And I think that's the big struggle this month, okay? Let's see what's going on in your love and relationships. All right, love, let's see what we have for your love reading. I don't know what we got, so let's just play them out and see. The Hermit, we've got your power card here. Seven of Cups here again, so I want you to write that down as a repeating card. We have for Virgo, September 2025, please. Virgo, September 2025. Virgo, September 2025. Virgo, September 2025. It's interesting. Let's get one more, please, for Virgo, September 2025. Okay. All right, so listen, I'm just going to tell you off rip, this is not going to connect with everybody. First of all, look at this. Look at this. What is going on here? We'll have to deal with that later. All right. Virgo, you are going into September coming out of hermit mode, and also kind of like, but a little hesitant. You know, this is you, the hermit card that represents the sign of Virgo. But when I see it reversed, I see it as somebody who is coming out of their shell, someone who is coming out of hiding. They've done the soul searching they needed to do, and now they're ready to emerge. However, with it being next to the star, which does represent the sign of Aquarius, I don't feel like you're super optimistic. You're a little weary. You're like, you know, like you ever have like, you scratch yourself, maybe you had a Band-Aid on it for a while, and you finally decide to take the Band-Aid off. It's still a little tender, but it's healed enough to be exposed, but still kind of a visible scar. That's kind of what it feels like here. It's like, all right, you're ready to be out there, you're ready to be exposed, but you don't have enough faith really in what's really out there for you. Does that make sense? And really, if this isn't connecting to you, then that's really okay. I do feel like I'm speaking to singles a little bit, or people who are not necessarily in committed relationship, but take what you can out of these readings, out of this love reading. I mean, if you are in a committed relationship, maybe you've lost faith in the relationship a little bit. Faith in yourself, faith in your partner. That could be the message here. Now, the unexpected, or just like really just the need to heal. Like the star represents rejuvenation. So maybe there's something at the top of the month that you needed to heal from. Maybe outside of your relationship, something that affected you outside of your relationship that you needed to heal from. So maybe you haven't been able to invest as much in your relationship. All right, so the unexpected is the Ace of Wands reverse and the Seven of Cups. Now, remember I mentioned the Ace of Wands in terms of like new connections here, and Seven of Cups here again, options, choice. Ace of Wands, feeling inspired, that new spark, something new, something that's got you excited, something you want to pursue. When it is reversed, oftentimes it's like a flame that has burned out, you lost interest for, or sometimes it's something you're protecting, you're not telling everybody about. And then Seven of Cups reversed is like you're finally making a choice. You're no longer overwhelmed by the options. You're finally making a choice. Now, if you're dating, this to me, it could represent you finally making a choice to be exclusive with someone, with one person. I'm not convinced that's the message here. I think more likely the message is that someone that you were dealing with is giving you the it's not you, it's me bullshit. But really they just want to see other people. Maybe they're realizing that you want something a little bit more serious than they do. That kind of feels a little bit more like the message to me, unexpectedly. So it's like you're not even really sure you even want to be fucking dating. You put yourself out there, you meet somebody, and things kind of pop off at first, but then they're like, oh, well, I think I kind of want something more casual and you want something serious, da, 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 da. Like, that kind of feels like the vibe here. Again, if we're talking specifically for committed relationships, it could be that unexpectedly you or your partner lose passion for something, not interested in it like they used to be. Maybe the spark has gone unexpectedly. You guys are trying to figure out how to get it back. That could be the message. Okay. Theme of the month. Nine of Wands reversed. Typically about resilience. When it's reversed, it's like, ugh, do I want to keep investing in this? Do I have enough to see this through? High Priestess reversed. Very disconnected from your intuition. The Judgment reversed. Really not sure. This is when you're at a crossroads. Not sure if you want a relationship to move forward, but you got to talk about it. Page of Swords. You have to talk about it, which this will likely occur towards the end of the month, mid to end of the month. Now, for me, Virgo, this is really all adding up to be just like a big kerfuffle or confusion around a relationship that you seem to be involved in, but you're not sure I see that you want commitment. I'm just not convinced that you know that you want commitment with this person. And I think that is kind of just like where your head is at, like, oh, am I doing this? Am I making the right move? Are we aligned? Are we really as compatible as we think we are? You know, you're having a lot of doubts, I guess I could sum up. There's a lot of doubts affecting this relationship, maybe on your end or your partner's end. Now, let's talk about these oracle cards. Page of Swords is also air sign energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, in case that's relevant here. So we've got Aquarius energy here, Virgo energy here, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Those are the signs that seem to be relevant. But of course, you could be dating anybody of any sign. First card that came out was this could be the one. Now, don't get too excited, Virgo. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. I've been working with this deck a very long time. And when I see this card, it typically is more of a message of like you've met somebody that you feel really connected to and you see a future with. That doesn't necessarily mean you will have a future with that person. Does that make sense? Then the keep an open mind card came out. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. I'm definitely going to read this card because I think it's important here given what we have on the table. And then we have new love. I'm going to read this as well. Okay, new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Okay. To me, Virgo, I'm going to be so honest. If you're single, to me, it looks like you're meeting somebody that you really like, but they curve you unexpectedly this month. So really, I would just kind of like prepare for a fling this month. It might feel a little bit like a whirlwind because it might feel like you connect to them really fast and like things are going somewhere, but I don't think you guys are on the same page. If you're committed to each other, if you're already in an established relationship, it feels like you and your person are having struggles understanding what you both want to pursue in the near future. Like, and think about things like, do we want to have another child, or do we want to sell the house, or do we want to relocate? Do we want to change careers? You might be struggling about more big picture things in the relationship that you guys are not aligned on. Okay, let's read some of these oracle messages. Maybe I'll read all three. This could be the one. Let's start with that one. That's what came out first. Okay. This card signals that you've already met the person you romantically seek. Perhaps you're already in a relationship with him or her. The romance angels sent you this card because it seems you're not recognizing or enjoying the full potential of this person and relationship. Sometimes you may overlook someone who's meant for you because you have a different idea of what your partner should look like or act like. Take a moment to consider who this might be. The first person who comes to mind is probably the one. Next, invite the romance angels into your dreams as you're going to bed. Ask them to give you very clear information about your romantic partner, either in your present relationship or a future one. During sleep, you're more open to angelic guidance. When you awaken, you may not remember your dreams, but you will have a clear sense of romance and partnership. Take any action you feel called to based on your inner guidance, even if it seems unrelated to your love life. Trust that the angels are leading you toward the one you desire. Let's read Keep an Open Mind. Feel free to pause, guys, if you just kind of want to meditate on it, rewind the message, run it back, think about how that connects to you. This is your moment. This is your forecast, okay? Okay, keep an open mind. The romance angels sent you this card as a reminder to stay open to the possibility of your soulmate appearing in a form that may differ from what you expect. This is especially true if you tend to date a certain type of individual. You drew this card to help you discover your soulmate. This card may signal that you've already been introduced to this person but have overlooked his or her romantic potential. Take this time to get to know the various individuals you meet, even if there isn't an initial attraction. At the very least, you will learn more about yourself and make a new friend. Okay, and then let's read New Love. Okay, I have to sneeze, I think. Oh, it was right there and then it went away. Okay. The romance angels have sent you this card like a Valentine greeting, signaling the introduction of someone new into your love life. Perhaps you've recently met this person and your interest was piqued. This card validates that your connection was mutual and real. It is safe for you to explore it, and the romance angels will guide your actions accordingly. Of course, if you're already in a committed relationship, you'll want to consult your angels and perhaps a counselor or other trusted person to get insight into your feelings. While running into the arms of a suitor may sound passionate, the reality of guilt over the affair will soon weigh heavily upon you. It's better to confront the issues within your present relationship that left your emotional doors open for someone else. This card can also mean that you'll soon meet a new person. In these cases, the romance angels are asking you to keep the faith that love is in your cards. You deserve love and you are lovable. The angels guide you to be aware and you never know when your partner will arrive. So heavy emphasis, Virgo, on new connections, number one. And really, if you notice, there was a theme here. You may have already met this person. You may have already met this person. They may be in your life, but maybe you overlooked them. Maybe you're thinking that your partner should be X, but really like Y would be really good for you. Now remember, Virgo, you're very analytical. So you may be over-analyzing, oh my God, is this really the person that I'm supposed to marry? Is this really the person that I'm supposed to be with? Oh my God, is this? Be careful to not dismiss what could be a really good connection because you're being too critical. No one's perfect. I'm just really not sure here if you're walking away from a connection or if someone's walking away from you. For me, it feels like you're the one who's really uncertain about the direction of it. Because I just feel like you're not sure if you want to keep investing in a connection. But it could be the other way around, like I said, where somebody realizes, oh, maybe Virgo wants something serious. I don't want that. I want to pull away. You got to see how this month plays out. There's definitely misalignment, basically, if nothing else. I'm about to show you my whole titties here. Sorry, Virgo. I just feel more comfortable, I realize, doing these readings in my bathrobe. Sometimes I get so caught up with like, oh, I'm not pretty and I'm not done up, because I prefer to be, but then also like it takes a lot of energy to get dressed up for the house. It really does. Anyway. How are we feeling about this reading? Okay. Hey, let's see how it unfolds, okay? Journal and manifest how you want your love life to go, and then let's see how it unfolds, okay? All right, let's move on to your career and finances. All right. Same as last time. I don't know what these cards are, but let's go ahead and see. Career and finances. Knight of Pentacles here again. Seven of Cups here again. I want you to write Seven Cups down. This is the third time that Seven of Cups has shown up in your reading. So I want you to research the upright and the reversed meaning of that card, okay? Okay, let's see what oracle messages jump out here. What do you have for Virgo? Okay, take those. All right. Okay, what to expect? We've got the Seven of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Knight of Pentacles is earth sign energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, whereas Seven of Cups is, of course, feeling unsure about the options being presented to you, okay? It's cool that you get to see the Seven of Cups in like different decks as well. Anyway, so when I see this reversed, for me, this is very much like focusing on like the wrong things. It feels like analysis paralysis, like, you know, maybe you're trying to launch a business and you're giving too much energy on the logo. It's like, bitch, the logo can change when it needs to change. But you're like, no, my brand presence is really important and that's what people are going to remember. That's what they're going to know. And let me tell you right now, no, they don't. People don't care. Well, maybe they do, because I just saw a comedian. I forgot his name, but he's the black guy with like the twist. And he was talking about how apparently Cracker Barrel changed their logo and like everyone is up in arms, which is basically like MAGA. And anyway, but I feel like that's so different because Cracker Barrel has been around for like years. Like, who knows what the logo was when they first started. Okay, back to you. You're obsessing about the wrong things, maybe even facing some laziness, feeling like you're not where, it just feels like to me you're not sure where to focus your energy. professionally or financially. Maybe there's a lot of things on your plate you're trying to juggle and you're like, okay, I don't know what to focus on. There could be a message here because sometimes, like I said, when the Seven of Cups is reversed, it is about making a choice after having been thought about all the different options and everything. Maybe you're going into September knowing you need to make a choice. Maybe that's what it is, but you're dragging your feet about it. Maybe needing to make a hiring decision. Maybe needing to make a decision about, like, again, selling the home or something. You know, you're dragging your feet about a choice or decision that you know you need to make. Okay? Unexpected is Knight of Swords reverse and the Six of Wands. Now, Six of Wands is great because that's recognition, victory, and success. Now, the Knight of Swords does represent air sign energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. When we have it reversed like this, it often represents sometimes impulsivity. But it also represents moving very slow. I don't think that's the message here, though. I think you taking a risk and making a gut decision is actually paying off for you. That's really how I interpret that. Truly, a gut decision is paying off for you. Something you might have been like, oh, I can't believe I just did that, but it actually works out. Theme of the month is Five of Cups reversed, coming out of sadness, grief, loss. Because remember, beginning of the month with Five of Pentacles. So something had you a little sad about your career finances potentially. But we're coming out of that. We're recovering financially. Remember, I told you sometimes the Queen of Pentacles reverse can represent needing to nurture yourself, needing to get yourself back in order. So we have that here. Earth sign energy here again, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Now that you're focusing, now that you're healing yourself, or like feeling a little bit more healed in this month, and you're in relationship to your career, finances, exhaustion levels, now you can move forward. We got the Chariot here. Cancer energy, but also determination, willpower, and like pushing ahead. So there needs, you know, you're I don't want to say you're doing, maybe I will, but I just don't think it's taking up the whole month. I feel like this is probably the first half of the month. You are doing the work to restore yourself, and like the second half of the month, you're like, okay, let's get to business. We've got the eight, remember I said, end of the month, we had the Knight of Wands. Feeling that passionate energy and ready to like hit the ground running. We do have the Emperor energy here, Aries energy, which is like taking up space, taking charge. When it's reversed, I often see it, I mean, in a lot of different ways. But for your reading specifically, I think it's about you redirecting yourself. I think it's about you feeling like, okay, we got leadership here. The Emperor represents leadership. And you're trying to decide, where do I want to focus my leadership? How do I want to lead? You're redefining that this month. It's time to step up into the leadership role of your own life. You can expect to succeed in any leadership positions. Your finances will greatly improve once you accept and step into your power. Definitely feels like the message here for me with the Chariot and the Emperor reversed. Specifically, your finances will greatly improve once you accept and step into your power. Like, you're going to see that momentum once you reclaim your position, right? And believe in yourself, truly. Okay, we've got growth here. Expect good news in money matters or a raise or a new job offer. Money will soon start flowing to your business. Promising opportunities await. Ask for help. Consider asking for help with regard to your financial problems. Look at your financial situation from a new perspective. You still have some resources remaining. Media. Step into the spotlight and get seen. Don't allow your talent to go unnoticed. A career in television, radio, magazine, or any mass media job might be perfect for you. It might be time to get more publicity if you want to increase your finances. This could also just be like utilizing media, social media to your advantage in any way. Whether you have a 9-to-5 or a business, I mean, social media is just relevant. LinkedIn, Instagram, it's just relevant. So maybe you need to tap into that in some way this month for you. Let me know if any of those messages resonate. Leadership, growth, ask for help, and media. Let me know if those connect at all. So overall, Virgo, I'm feeling at the beginning of the month, you're nervous to make a decision. You know you've got an important decision to make that you're kind of stalling. Unexpectedly, you achieve some success with something that maybe you make an impulse decision on, maybe in connection to an air sign. You're going to spend some time recouping and healing yourself and recovering from something, but then you'll be ready to kind of like push forward towards the end of the month. It seems like we need to get through the full moon. I keep forgetting if it's in Pisces or if it's in, I don't remember what sign it's in. The eclipse. I remember what sign. Let me see. Astrology. It is in Pisces, the lunar eclipse, the full moon lunar eclipse. Feels like we need to get to the lunar eclipse in Pisces. And remember, Saturn's also coming back to Pisces, which I'm super excited about. So it's going to feel like a lot of heavy energy, honestly, but let us get through that eclipse first. I don't really know what to expect because I haven't done any readings for that eclipse yet. But we need to move through that until we can be recharged with the new moon, our second new moon in your sign at the end of the month in Virgo, okay, on the 21st. All right, I did pick your oracle card. I'm using the Crystal Spirits. Where's the book? The Crystal Spirits this month. I don't know what it is. Let's see. What? Is this a crystal? Petrified wood. I have no idea what this is. I don't even have this in my collection. Okay, 43. Petrified wood, Lord. Okay. No idea what this is. At first I thought it was pyrite. Here we go. Patience, timelessness, patience and trust in universal timing, going with the flow. This is just the essential meaning. The universe has its own ideas about when and how to bring your intention into form, but we can be impatient, forgetting that time allows the universal consciousness to get all the wheels turning so that what we wish to co-create can begin to manifest. The appearance of this crystal is a reminder to trust in the timing of the universe. Good things come to those who wait. Your message right now is to be open to divine order, for you cannot control the timetable or the form in which the universe expresses your intention. Focus on the process, putting one foot in front of the other as you work at your own growth and healing. And what you need will show up in perfect timing. Let's focus on that last sentence. Focus on the process, putting one foot in front of the other, which is why theme of the month for you is 7 of Pentacles. As you work at your own growth and healing, and what you need will show up in perfect timing. Emphasis on focus on healing yourself, being patient with yourself. Yeah. How are we feeling about that, Virgo? Drop some comments below. I don't have any more else to say. I hope this is helpful. I want you to watch your moon and your rising as well for a 360 view of September. But it seems like you need to be patient with yourself. I'm just undecided if, I think there's going to be a balance of remember I mentioned that people are going to want you to go at their pace. I think there's a delicate balance here, Virgo. I want you to honor what your body needs, but I also don't want you to be so rigid at, I'm just taking the time to do me, that you miss out on things, miss out on opportunities because you're so focused on your plan. Be a little bit flexible while still honoring what your body, spirit, and soul needs and mind at this time. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay, let me know. Bye.